folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good week last week and all that jazz. Thanks for tuning in to the Unsigned Showcase and kicking your week off with the Monday grind. We got 9 more bangers to kick off the week with this week. No problems. Absolutely flying through still. Loving it. We're going to kick off with a new band to the channel as well. These guys are called Steel Freight. They need more listeners and they're Shackled apparently. This is a new one from 2025. Here we go. Solid, heavy track, sounded great. Love the video as well for that one. Icon of video and a great vocal in this guy with these guys. I love that kind of guttural, deathy, but still with a hardcore, shouting, aggressive edge to it as well. It's a nice mixture of those kind of two edges coming together to get a dark, guttural, hardcore shout. Sick. These guys are First to Die. Not sure how you say the name of the track. I think this is Ukrainian metal though. Really cool. Here we go. Whatever that says.
Ще, блядь. Гучніше. Кричи, сука.
Crazy heavy sound to this one as well. Obviously didn't need the wheelchair. Dope video, really nice. Man, I always think when you get bands from like Ukraine and places like that, war tour, places with wars and shit going on at the moment, and really even America now at the moment, because it's just a big divided place. Those kind of social times are when we get punk bands and angry bands and rebellious bands and bands with a meaning behind the lyrics and the point behind the band. And I think we're going to see that a lot more going forward. And I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen it more so already so far, of anti-war protests, people just angry at the state of the world and the leaders of the world and things like that, and a real punk vibe coming through. I want to see it coming through from the youngsters, but they just don't seem to have that rebellious, angry streak in them. But man, it's got to come through sooner or later, because it's what we need. We need some rebellion. This band's called NEKRODEUS. I think that's another new band to the channel. Don't recognize the name. Volkscancer is the name of the track. Here we go.
Auf die Fresse, fertig, los! Aber ist gesagt, was ich gesagt, Monat auf die Erde. Denn was scheißt, außer Gewalt, Eltern wird nicht sterben. Aufgehört sein Blut, ausgeweiht sein Blut, uns kein Geschenk sein Blut, unterhalten, was ist was passiert? Wenn ich jetzt gleich sag mir, was dann, wenn ich bloß bis dann wieder kommen kann.
Wicked one. No, I thought that was going to go on for longer than that. Yeah, really dope sound, breaking into the blast beats, but still with a kind of this skatey punk rock edge to it as well, which is really cool. So it was like a deathy skate punk, which is not a mixture you tend to see very often. Dope. This is Infiltration and they're Gravebound. So at the end of that one as well, man, these bands are catching me off guard. I'm expecting them to go on a bit longer. That was a bit of a longer track though, 140, which is a long one for this channel at least. Man, these guys were cool, different and original and weird as well, and a different sound. And I was thinking while these guys were on, man, we get so many different sounding bands on this channel. You know, everyone sounds different and has got a different mix and whatever, but they all sound good and dope, and have got a good sound to them. We're spinning underground bands with crazy sounds, but they're all good on the ears, you know. It's not like, oh man, this band's like just got a really low quality recording and it just, you know, sounds cheap and crap, and that's why it doesn't sound great. No, it's not like that at all. It might sound different, it might not sound like what you expect or like a radio edit or something like that, but it sounds good. It's got quality to the sound and it's purposely been made to sound that way. Really, really great. Loving it. This is TERRORDACTYL and they must go faster. Okay. short ones today. Well, you can't go much faster than these guys. Man, and these guys just totally iterated what I was saying as well before that. Yeah, these guys don't sound like any other band that you're going to hear. You're never going to hear this sound on the radio, or your average person going to go, man, these have got a great sound. I have a really nice recording on that one. But it sounded dope. It worked. All the sounds worked together in their own context. So there you go. Very dope. This is JIVEBOMB with SERAPHIM, Marina's song. Here we go. These bands are too short for me today. I'm just getting into them, and then it ends. It's not even that short of a track either. It's over a minute and a half. Here we go. Man, I enjoyed this one. I really like the video, actually, for this one. I was thinking, man, this just shows again, and I've said it a million times, but underground bands, once they get themselves a high-quality camera and an idea in their head, they can make a really dope, cool music video, and it have like a whole meaning behind it as well. Very dope. This is Ursula, Watch Out. Here we go. Wicked. Love the sound on this one. Really, really nice. Again, too short for me though, man. I normally absolutely love the shorter tracks because we just blast through them, and we have been doing that today. But today I'm feeling like, man, I want a bit more out of these guys. So there you go. This is another new band to the channel. We've had tons of new bands on today, which is great. Caesar Augustus, and he's got his knives in the Ides of March. Here we go. Love it. Wish it had gone on again even longer. It's funny how great minds think alike, or crap minds as well. But I used almost all of the video clips that these guys used in this video. I've used in my own music videos as well, and in different music videos as well, not just in the same one. So obviously see the same clips and think, yeah, that'll go nicely on a music video. So there you go. Really love this one. This is just my kind of music all day long for the last kind of 20 years. Just sounded absolutely amazing. Loved it. Now we're going to finish off with this band. This is a new band, but we've seen members of this band in other bands in the past, and they wanted to get on the Monday grind and show us their latest stuff. This is a band called TERMINVL. The track's called 404, and we're going to finish off with these guys, some hardcore. Here we go.
Dark Future Hardcore.
This is how we are meant to feel. I can't even tell they for real. How can I believe what I see? With your filter on reality. This is how we are meant to be. Statistics in a data stream. Are we dead or are we asleep? Are we in hell or just an awful dream? And we can't wake up.
Love that bass guitar.
'Cause we've been living in the nightmare all along. And we can't go back. 'Cause everything
Massive.
we left behind is gone. Can you tell yourself honestly? This is how we are meant to be. Broken parts in a sick machine. Is that the value of a human being? Is this fiction or is this me? Losing touch with my sanity. Are we dead or are we asleep? Are we in hell or just an awful dream? And we can't wake up. 'Cause we've been living in the nightmare all along. And we can't go back. 'Cause everything we left behind is gone. We can't go back. We can't go back. We can't go back.
Solid track, great video for it as well. Loved it. Man, the thing that stuck out to me today, other than that the tracks have just seemed too short for me today, I just wanted more and more of it, and I haven't had my kind of fill from each band. Which isn't normally the case. I'm normally like, yeah, that was dope. Let's move on to the next one, see what these guys have got. But these guys have left me wanting more and more. Like, don't stop just yet, which is a good sign. But man, it's a different sign for me today. There you go. But as well, I just love that we got dope music videos as well for all these bands. And what I said earlier, that every band, no matter even if they've got a different sound to the last, sounds great, sounds really nice, sounds like a good mix, but in its own way, in its own context, within the genre or whatever. You have to take all those things in mind, because if you just expect everything to sound like, you know, a radio edit, yeah, it's not going to sound like that. But if you know the genre and you know how it's used to sound in the past, particularly with extreme metal and grindcore and underground punk and stuff, that was the roughest of the roughest recordings you could ever hear. Go back and listen to like 90s punk bands and things like that, and death metal and all that stuff. It sounds terrible. The riffs are great, the bands are great, but the recordings are absolutely rubbish, and just don't represent the bands in the right way. And it was at that time you had to see the bands live to really know what they sounded like and get a good vibe of it. But nowadays the bands just sound so great on the recording. It's got clarity. You hear all the members of the band. Sorry if you can hear whoever that is beeping outside. But yeah, man, the bands just sound to the listener and through the headphones or speakers or whatever you're doing. They just sound so friggin' great, so heavy, so pumping and loud, and just got the thickness. The distortion cuts through your ears in the best way. The drums hit you around the head in the best way. The vocalists are like screaming right in your face. And it's just a great time to listen to this kind of music. I think it's never been a better time to get the full force of metal. And metal is about force, you know, especially extreme metal as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that today. A whole mishmash of crazy bands to check out as usual. We'll be back now for the Monday grind next week. We've got more bands lined up for that. But if you want to get on the channel and send over your stuff, head over to the website, make a submission. That's it from me today, guys. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you around. Cheers. Bye.